Bushfires left a devastating impact on wildlife. Scientists say that nearly 3 billion animals have been killed or displaced due to the last year's bushfires. That number is almost half of the total human population on the planet. A study by the Worldwide Fund for Nature describes the crisis as one of the worst wildlife disasters in modern history. The study is based on 11.46 million hectares of land that was left entirely scorched, an area almost the size of England. The bushfires burned across every Australian state and destroyed everything that came in way. Mammals, reptiles, birds and frogs either died due to the raging flames or from loss of habitat. The crisis was at its peak in January 2020. Scientists had estimated that 1.25 billion animals had been killed in New South Wales and Victoria alone. So how bad is the situation in Australia? An interim report had been prepared by 10 scientists from 5 institutions. Experts from the University of Sydney, the University of New South Wales and the University of Newcastle, Charles Sturt University and BirdLife Australia contributed to this study. They say that the number of animals killed or displaced is difficult to comprehend. The exact death toll is not known. The estimated numbers are based on the animal density that existed before this crisis. After the bushfire, the Australian government had identified 113 animal species that needed urgent help. The list included koalas, wallabies, birds, fish, frogs. These species had lost at least 30% of their natural habitat. Scientists say that the animals which managed to survive the blaze were also under threat. The chances of survival were low due to starvation and dehydration which followed. Since the late 1980s, Australian scientists have been warning that releasing more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere would increase the risk of bushfires. Scientists say that the latest study has shown that the gravity of loss that the bushfires can cause and how a country's biodiversity can be affected. They also believe that the new findings underline the reasons to urgently address the issue of climate change and climate crisis.